Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Toonkind at 12 FPS. My name is Avi, and today I will be playing your local real kind thief, Arata Satomi. And with me today is my wonderful, dearest, bestest friends, who I adore very much. Would you please introduce yourself?
Why you must be doing this on me?
I took so many unnecessary pauses. I'm sorry.
You're so fine. You're fine. Hi, hello. Hi, I am Mira, and I will be playing Sammy Satomi, a certain thief boy's older brother.
Yeah, and for those not aware, we are still in yet a trip for this FPS.
Mm-hmm.
Sammy, you've been hanging out with your brother pretty often, truth be told, but you haven't had much of a chance to talk to him one on one, like alone. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
which is now kind of concerning because, who boy, there might have been a situation arise. Uh, how you feeling?
He's concerned, very concerned. Uh, Considering word on the pipeline, he got the vibes. I feel that they kind of went a little off with the
Yeah.
whole entire Moria
Yeah.
Azumi chat. He was probably aware there was going to be a talk of some sort. Uh,
Maybe.
Maybe, like, he
Maybe.
kind of.
Maybe, but like I will say that Moria did not tell like a lot of the people
Mm-hmm.
in was it impromptu? It was impromptu.
All
That's
right.
right.
If it
Well,
was impromptu, then I will backtrack that statement.
yeah, it was kind of impromptu, but you would have noticed, at least in Errata, that there had been like a shift in attitude or air.
Mm-hmm.
The vibes are a little bit different.
Yeah, no, he definitely would have noticed that at least.
Yeah.
So
Um.
yeah, he's worried, and he's honestly just been worried in general because of the whole entire situation. Uh, he does not like the situation that is going on. It's given him the bad vibes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna just roll with what we were talking about a little bit earlier, Avi. Uh, hey Arata, Sammy is now leaning his full entire weight against you. What do you do?
Oh, this is fantastic. So to clarify, we are in Legree.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically, we are in the attic of Legree, aka Arata's room. Um, have you been there for a while, or did you just like show up?
I feel like they've been vibing for a bit, is what the vibes that Sammy's giving me is like kind of like that leaning against each other, companionable silence. And all of a sudden, Sammy's decided, oh, hey, gravity's not working anymore. Wink, wink.
Yeah, Arata was probably like reading a book or something, just chilling. When you start leaning on him, and he just kind of looks over and he says, "Sammy,
Arata.
what are you doing?"
Well, you see, leans more. Gravity's kind of not really working right now. Leans even more.
You hear him kind of like start like grunting a little bit as you're leaning on him. You are 6 feet while he is 5'9", and you are
Yep.
a barbarian cleric. He
Yep.
is a twink rogue,
He gets squished.
and he just
Squished
goes,
into the
"Oh, that is."
mattress.
He just goes, "Oh, that is such bullshit."
Sammy just starts cackling.
Sammy, please, you're squishing me.
I know. Squish.
No.
Sammy just kind of reaches over, pokes Arata in the face. I'm squishing you.
Oh my gosh, hang on, I want to roll a con. Okay. Yeah, that was an even 10 on the dice. If I can type right. What was your mod for con? Alright, it was what I thought it was. He kind of just leans over as you're like squishing him, and he's just like, Sammy, please, you're crushing me.
I feel like this kind of goes on for a little bit, and then Sammy will actually kind of half roll off Arata, but now he's just kind of flopped in your lap. You're not going anywhere.
Yeah. Just two bros chilling. And
Yep.
like as soon as you're like flopped in his lap, he just puts his hand in your face. Just the gee, thanks for that.
How close is Arata's hand to Sammy's mouth?
Probably like in his like right in front of his eyes. Like he knows Sammy. He knows
Darn,
Sammy.
there goes his impulse to lick it. Because I'm sorry. Just like, hey, is this hand in my face near my mouth? If so, I want to lick it. So his desire to lick Arata's hand has been foiled. Anyways, he just kind of sighs a little, kind of just wraps his arms around you, Arata, and gives you a hug, and then just kind of, while his cheek is kind of pressed into your stomach, goes, "How are you doing?" And don't try to say everything's fine, because I know it's not.
And you hear him kind of like, well, he does hesitate, and he does close the book he was reading, and kind of just sets it off to the side. And he takes a deep, deep breath, and he says, I don't know. I think I'm just kind of frustrated.
Yeah? Want to talk about it?
And he hesitates a little bit more.
That gets a poke in his side.
And he's just...
Arata, just don't bottle it up.
Right. Yeah, support group.
Mm-hmm.
You see him like kind of like rub a hand against his face, pushing up his glasses and everything. And he's just... Okay, I can't tell you everything about like what happened because that's kind of between the two of them, but Detective Moria and Azumi had a talk earlier.
He hums in acknowledgement. Very obviously listening.
And he goes, and based on what Moria could tell, Azumi might be... And he bites on the inside of his cheek before he kind of, like, figures out a way to, like, say this that doesn't sound bad but still gets the point across. It's going to sound bad either way, so he's just... Azumi might be backsliding.
He kind of does the noise that you make when you kind of suck air in between your teeth, like oof.
Yeah, when you grimace and you just inhale.
Yep,
Well,
he does that noise.
yeah. You
And
make
he
that
just
noise, and Arata's just like, yeah, yeah.
okay, first off, question. Uh, is he any current danger to himself at the moment?
As far as I know, no. Um, last I checked, he's still in the ellipsis, and I'm pretty sure Professor and Ellie is keeping an eye on him.
He hums again, nodding. Okay. That's that's better than nothing.
Yeah.
Glad he's got someone there. Is he this is just me trying to clarify because you've told me things about
Mm-hmm.
Azumi when we thought he was dead.
Yeah.
So privacy was a little bit more out the window at that point.
Yeah.
Do you think he's a danger currently to anyone else?
And you see him like think for a moment, like actually considering it before he just shakes his head and he says, honestly, I think he's more likely to push people away than try to actively hurt them.
Okay, so considering all of the background that we have with him, well, you have with him,
Mm-hmm.
this is progress. It's not the best, but it's progress considering while he was your rival, he was also trying to kill you when he was last active, I mean. And I know that was extenuating circumstances, but it is progress. It
I
sucks to see that there's more progress being lost because we did get a lot more progress, but
I I don't know, Sammy. I'd rather take the anger and the shouting over the quiet he's been giving me.
yeah, I
Cause at least I know that there's something there.
yeah. He kind of tilts his head, gets a kind of well, actually, let me see if he would actually make things an action real quick. So we're just gonna roll our d20, and that's a +1. But never mind.
Uh
He
oh.
got a 3. He does not think about potentially asking if, hey, do you think this might be palace behavior?
Oh.
He does not think that. He just, the light bulb does not go off. He just tilts his head. You start to think that he has a thought of something to say, and then it just very visibly kind of behind his eyes.
Kind of what?
And he Kind
You,
of
you,
like a missile falling and exploding behind his eyes. It's gone.
oh.
And it's just kind of opens his mouth, shuts it, and goes, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Like, this was like an actual expression that, like...
Yeah. Like it fully played out in his eyes because like he had tilted his head, kind of looked up at you, Arata, so you can see his face. And then you just watch as like there's just a little missile goes off and like suddenly he's just dot dot dot. I forgot what I was gonna say. Like full on just wonders of being a tune.
Yeah, Arata just, like, kind of snorts like a laugh, and kind of just nudges your shoulder, and he just goes, "No wonder you and Ryoto get along so well."
Hey, that bad. Are we?
No,
Good.
no comment.
Rude.
I just know my brother and my best friends.
There's just a slight embarrassed mumble into your stomach as Sammy just kind of tucks his face into your stomach again for a second because, compliments. Was that a compliment? He's not entirely sure. He's taking it as a compliment.
He was teasing you, Sammy.
It's the tism.
Oh gosh. I think he
It's
kind
the
of.
tis-
Should I roll insight to like?
Yeah. Roll insight.
Oh, fucking fantastic. Oh, what was your modifier? I think it was this. Yes. Right.
Okay.
So he was just like. He kind of just starts like laughing a little, and he just goes, "Sammy, I was teasing you."
head pops up. Hey! Rude! This time his face is back in your stomach, but he's sulking. You're you're sidestepping stuff. I know you said you were frustrated and you you'd prefer he just yell instead of shut down. That's hard. I'm sorry.
At least if he was angry, I'd know how to handle that. Like, I've been on the
Front?
yeah, the business end of that sword. Literally. I know how to handle that. When he's just like this, I don't know what to do.
Yeah. It not knowing is hard.
Mm-hmm. And I don't think any of us really know what to do, because it's like we're walking on eggshells. It feels like that's what this entire trip has been like. That we're all just skirting around on a narrow edge and down below is this bottomless pit, and if we make one wrong step, Azumi's going to end up in it.
Okay, hear me out. Would he consider therapy?
He doesn't trust people enough for that. Believe me, I try to convince him, like, during this week.
Sammy hums and thinks. And I'm gonna roll that intelligence check again to see if he'll actually get the light bulb that he so desperately wants me to. Hey! That's a 19! And finally, a light bulb kind of pops up above his head and goes, would he accept help from the spirit rogues? Like with your sister?
The chances of that are really slim. Not him wanting help, but the fact that we can actually help him. The fact if there is actually something for us to steal, the chances of that are very, very small.
He nods.
Azumi's a Kalashtar. He's got a quarry. He's got 2 quarry, right? That means...
Are they helping?
I don't know.
Do we need to somehow... Can we pull 2 quarry into, like, a mental conference and double check on them, too? Because
the only way I can do that is by mind linking with Azumi. And he doesn't let anybody mind link with him anymore. But it's kind of just rubs a hand against his face and he's just... Do you remember when I took Camille to see Dr. Masaru?
Mm-hmm.
Well, first of all, Camille took to that a lot easier than I was expecting, so props to him. Second of all, I had been trying to talk to Masaru for a while before then about what I should do, because, going to be honest, I kind of knew Azumi would turn down seeing a therapist.
Trained professional?
Yeah, a trained professional. I talked to Masaru about what I should, do. Like, what could help in a situation like this? Like, what could I do? And Masaru told me about this, what did he call it? He called it, like, some sort of experimental treatment.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what dream diving is? Dream therapy?
Should I roll history?
History or straight intelligence?
Well, they're both the same, so...
Yeah, it's like in the title, so...
Yep.
Okay.
It's a 5.
You've never heard of it. But again, it is just in the title, so he can probably make a pretty good guess regardless.
I'm gonna flavor this as he just stares at you, Arata, and there's just an empty light bulb appears above his head. He squints. slowly the light bulb starts to flicker. It flickers some more. Oh, you dive into a person's dreams and then you can figure out stuff that's wrong?
Something like that, except instead of being a dream, it's more like their actual mindscape. Clash Star don't dream. So,
Oh, right.
yeah.
That's what you said over that really crazy sleepover that one time with Hugh and March.
Yeah. I still don't know how that happened.
I don't know. I honestly really think it was you getting dragged into the plot with us.
At this point, I'm willing to incorporate anything into my belief system, so yeah, that checks out.
Especially considering we were all having a sleepover in Toontown.
Yeah.
Stuff happens in Toontown.
Yeah. We're getting off track.
We are. So it would be a mindscape instead of a dream.
Yeah.
So it's escape inside the mind. Oh. And he just kind of sits there for a moment contemplating this existence.
Yeah. Arata's just like. Arata's just kind of like snickering.
And eventually Sammy just kind of blink. Oh, right, we were talking.
Yeah.
Looks back at Arata like, yes, we were having a conversation. Let me not daydream.
Oh, right, that's right. Thank you, audience. And he goes, do you remember what happened with you and Lore and then Professor and Minami and I?
When we first met, like
Yeah.
in person,
Yeah.
not yeah, yeah. That was a mindscape.
Kind of. It was shared. It was both yours and Lore's. So it was kind of a bit
Huh.
messy. I still don't understand what happened there.
And I'm honestly really confused too.
Understandable.
I think there were two me's, and then there were two lores, and there were issues.
Oh, there were a lot of issues.
I didn't realize I had a lot of issues. I mean, I should have, but I
Arata
didn't
puts a
realize.
Arata puts a hand on your shoulder and he just goes, Sammy, we're both in the same goddamn support group. We got many issues.
Oh, right. Sorry, just being a dumbass right now.
Oh, I fucking love you, Sammy. He just kind of like affectionately pats your cheek.
Nuzzle. That him, brother.
And he's just like, yeah, but it's a bit like that. Dr. Masaru handed me a couple of like devices. Here's a full disclosure: I and Avi have not like completely figured out how it works entirely. But he kind of just like points to a excuse me, to the to his work table, you know, the one in Persona 5. On the like back side of it, towards the wall, there is the device he's talking about. And he says it's new. It's been tested, so it's been proven to be safe. It's just like not well known. And he did say that since Clash Star don't dream, it might work best with Clash Star. dream diving has been a topic of the century for some reason. Anyway, and he kind of takes a deep breath and says, all I have to do is convince Azumi to consider this over in-person talking with a licensed professional.
Well, it's worth a shot.
I hope so. I tried to bring it up with him the last time I saw him, and again, he didn't seem too responsive. But, like,
He nods.
I think that's what's frustrating me the most, is the fact that he just doesn't...
Isn't wanting to accept help?
No, it's not even that. It's just that he's not giving any of us much to work with right now. Like, he'll say something and he'll just be like, deadpan, okay.
Hmm.
And
That's hard.
God, it's so goddamn hard. By the masks, it's infuriating because I know what he can be like, and I just want Azumi back.
Yeah. Do you want a hug?
Yeah. He kind of just opens his arms for you.
He gives you a really tight, really good hug.
Mm-hmm. And he kind of buries his face in your shoulder.
It's gonna be okay. It might take longer than we want, but Azumi's gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay.
I hope so.
I do too. And he just kind of cards his hand through Arata's hair.
You can feel him, like, lean further against you.
He does it again and just holds Arata tighter and goes, "Thank you for not keeping this in." And Arata, have you cried yet?
His face is still in your shoulder, and he's just... I cried when I was talking to the professor when I went fishing with him. He clears his throat, and I'm crying right now.
Just softens so much and just gives you another squeeze. Just hair carding, just rubbing your scalp. Just, you know, it sounds paradoxical, but good. Crying helps release chemicals that help you process your emotions. So as much as it sucks and the post-crying headache is awful, I'm glad you're crying. That sounds really bad.
No, I get what you mean. It's just really funny when you say it like that.
I'm trying to be comforting.
You are, you're doing great. And he kind of just pushes back a little bit and kind of, like, wiggles so that he can wipe at his face with one hand.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of looks off to the side for a moment, and he's just, you know, it it really goes to show that one of the hardest lessons to learn is that even when you try your hardest, you can't always help everyone.
Yeah, it's a really hard lesson to learn. But it doesn't mean your help wasn't worth nothing, even if it doesn't work. Your efforts aren't in vain because you tried. That means something, Arata. It means a lot.
Yeah. I hope Azumi can say the same thing.
I do too. I really hope so too.
He takes a deep breath and lets it out in a sigh. And he's just. It really is such bullshit that talking about this really does make me feel better.
Sammy just snorts. He
Like,
gets it.
come on. Come on. I'm feeling shitty, and for what? For me to just talk about it and then just feel better.
I mean, that's kind of what talking about it's for.
Guess. The simplicity of it, Sammy.
Yes?
The simplicity. I have complex emotions. And then it's just talking.
I mean, when you look at it that way, I guess. Yeah. It's whack.
It is very whack. Thanks for checking on me.
First, you're my brother. I just pulled them up. They're brothers, Your Honor.
We sure are fucking brothers. Oh, they're so soft.
Sure. I have emotions. Sammy's having emotions.
They're all just having emotions.
Both having emotions.
And he just kind of like rubs a hand against his face, and he's just, God, I just hope Azumi can feel better soon. Apparently, Hatsumi wants to talk to him, and she's inviting him to her garden.
Oh.
Yeah, I I'm a bit worried, but I know Hatsumi. She wouldn't do anything crazy.
That's good.
Unless Azumi did first, but uh kind of takes a deep breath and puffs out his cheeks and lets out a sigh. Blow out air like that.
Mm-hmm. Sammy's just sitting here going, like, there's just like a literal kind of just, you don't even have to roll insight because you're his brother. You just kind of have this like, kind of, but what if Azumi does something? Like, more of like he's currently in a state where he doesn't really care what happens to himself, kind of. That's the vibes. What if he
Yeah.
does something stupid?
Yeah.
So he's just kind of sitting there going, basically mentally prayer handsing
Yeah.
and just kind of just like, I hope this ends well.
Arata voice, me too, Sammy.
He just, he wants to trust that everything is gonna go okay, but at the same time, Azumi, buddy.
Yeah. If that ain't the goddamn mood. Ugh.
But yeah, Sammy will, just tilt his head and go, I mean, at least inside a garden, gardens are pretty relaxing.
Yeah. And if I'm going to be honest, I don't think Azumi's really going to try anything stupid. Because.
Azumi could kick his ass.
Oh, absolutely. Have you seen her with a battle axe?
No, but I've heard your stories.
Oh. Oh, she can kick ass.
I hold her so soft. And I love how lovesick Arata sounds. Like just so full of admiration and love for his friend.
Like, Arata is just like. Arata will just sing praises about him friends because he loves them.
Yes, good. Very good.
Also, I'm going to be real. My boy has probably had a crush on every single one of his friends at some point. Hatsumi kicking ass with a battle axe probably is what caused him to have a crush on her.
I love that. I love that so much.
Errata voice, I love my friends.
Sammy's just holding him so soft.
Yeah.
He just he's giving Arata another hug.
Yeah. This is a bit more, casual. A little bit more casual because at least this time he is, in fact, feeling better. So he's just.
Affection.
Yeah, very much affection. He kind of just, like, squeezes you and, like, does, like, a wiggle. Like, he's swaying back and, from side to side while hugging you.
Oh, that makes the Sammy brain happy. Oh no. He's just, this good, yes.
Yes.
He just kind of wiggles back a little bit and then just kind of goes. Anything else bothering you?
This case.
Yeah.
This.
Yeah.
This. It feels like we haven't made a lot of headway. But at the same time, I feel like we're getting more of, like. To sound like a cop, I feel like we're getting more of a criminal profile.
Honestly, yeah, no, yeah, no, I, it just makes a slightly frustrated noise. That's honestly a really big vibe too.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just grumble Sammy noises.
Like, I am grateful for the little bits, the stuff that we can, like, narrow down, but ugh.
Mm. You just kind of nod. This case is really frustrating.
Oh, I think that's just like, okay. So, like, maybe 40% of my frustration is with what's Azumi specifically been doing. Uh, the rest is just whatever the fuck this case is.
Nod. This case is whack.
Yeah. I'm worried that we might not get much before it's time to go back to Inkwell. But it's, yeah, I guess it's what it is.
Yeah, I mean, at least we're getting something instead of nothing.
Yeah.
But I wanted to find out who the mysterious benefactor was before everything. It, I mean, he just kind of chews on his lip. Well, he puffs out his cheeks a bit and just he goes, "It's frustrating the idea that we're going to have to leave this unfinished."
Yeah. I guess the upside is, since we're seeing things here in Okushima, we can keep an eye out while we're back in Inkwell.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
So if anything happens, we can be wary. I guess. I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
trying to be optimistic. Is it working?
I mean, yes.
Okay. Okay.
It honestly just feels like we haven't found the piece that's going to snowball everything up.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're still waiting for that piece. Maybe that piece is gonna happen on a second visit.
Yeah, we'll probably have to figure out when we can do a second visit. Fucking sucks. Uh, you just see him just kind of let out a loud groan, just and just flops on the bed.
Uh, he just makes an agreeing noise of complaint, and then you're getting flopped on again.
Ugh.
This time on your stomach.
Sammy, please. That's my stomach.
He rolls off.
Why must my brother crush me so?
Gravity.
No. Alright. If you want, I do have a pretty funny uh way to end this.
Yes, I look at you.
Alright. So trotting up the stairs, you hear like the telltale jingle of Genie's collar as he comes up the stairs and hops on the table that's right next to the stairwell. And he looks in both of your directions. He goes, "Hey, that movie critic guy is back. Do you want to come down and make fun of him?"
Movie critic.
And Arata moves to like sit up and look at you, and he says, "One of the regulars here is a guy who goes to the movie theaters around here a lot, and he always has something to say about the last film he saw. He's very snooty. He's very snooty. He's annoying as hell."
Sammy snorts.
So sometimes I'll go down and like help with boss in the cafe and have a chat with him. A totally normal chat.
While you're pretending that it's funny? I am sorry, he is not understanding.
I poke holes in his logic because it's funny to watch him flounder.
Oh.
Yeah. You want to come watch?
Sure?
Right. And
He doesn't understand, but he is supportive.
And he just gives you a nudge and like starts to get up, and he is going to grab an apron and put it on, and then head downstairs.
Sammy's gonna follow.
Hell yeah. And as they leave and as Genie trots after you, the camera pans back to that device that Arata had brought up, lingers there for a moment, and cuts to black. And the suspense.
I am so excited for the eventual Help Azumi game.
Oh, I'm so excited too. I'm working very hard. Yeah. That's all I can say.
You are so valid, Avi. You are working very, very hard. And please take your time.
Thank you. And thank you so much for our audience for listening, both now and in the future. And thank you, Mira, for playing with me.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for having me and going along with my brotherly shenanigans.
Oh, we do love the brotherly shenanigans here. It's been one hell of a time. For now, we are going to bid everyone a good time zone. Bye!